This blatant vulgarity can be good for our society. So how come Calypsonians cannot make that distinction? The Calypso art form is filled with degradation, but I'm singing for my land and not for fame and ambition. Listen to my song and of my patriotism, a contribution from a stalwart Calypsonian. For this Calypsonian, I survive the ravages of time, the Middle Passage and the inhumanity of mankind. From generation to generation, with my oral tradition, this Calypsonian will survive. Whenever carnival coming, some always wondering, hoping that I would give up, but let them know I wouldn't stop. All those crying for crumb, let them know that it should be on. Taking Calypso for fun, with plenty melee and confusion. I've been through thick and thin, and today I'm still they fighting. They must know this is no overnighting. For this Calypsonian, I survive the ravages of time, the Middle Passage and the inhumanity of mankind. From generation to generation, with my oral tradition, this Calypsonian have survived. This Calypsonian, they're trying to level. This Calypsonian, they can't take so simple. From generation to generation, with my oral tradition, this Calypsonian have survived. This Calypsonian, they're trying to brand me. This Calypsonian, devoted to his country. From generation to generation, with my oral tradition, this Calypsonian will survive. This Calypsonian, I survive the ravages of time, the Middle Passage and the inhumanity of mankind. From generation to generation, with my oral tradition, this Calypsonian will survive.
a place that is under the sun, 133 square miles. Even though we're very small, come visit, you'll have a ball. I tell you, this is a paradise. A lot of people don't know we have nutmeg and cocoa. That is how we came the Isle of Spice. So 1974, Uncle Gary fought for so. That is when we became recognized. But that wasn't sufficient. We wanted independence, so we could be proud like Trinidad. Gary came back from England, that day was liberation. He brought back the ice, gold and green flag. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary to my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity. Put away political party. Even the blind could see this year is history, our golden jubilee. Now I know there was a time under the British rule, Grenadian was still treated as slaves. Man, we could not go to school, we wore the white man footstool. Thank God we Uncle Gary was brave. That is why in 51, big man he create a storm. He fought to preserve my heritage. He made the whole sky turn red with very little bloodshed. That is when we turn a brand new page. Equal rights was what we want. That was very important for we to uplift our standard. Black people was not relevant. We could not even walk in pant. Now that part of we history revamp. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary to my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity. Put away political party. Even the blind could see this year is history, our golden jubilee. Might have the opinion that we are not independent, and in many ways you are not wrong. But we must have sustenance, not to mention some brilliance, in order for us to move along. Everybody needs someone, no matter your reputation. Sometimes we all need a helping hand. No man is an island. I came to that conclusion. We all need someone to function. This is not time to separate. Time for us to elevate. Grenadian, it's time for you stand proud. We have to articulate. We are an independent state. Now to the whole world we singing loud. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary to my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity. Put away political party. Even the blind could see this year is history, our golden jubilee. Now I say before I go, we have some national hero, Aline Francis and Kirani James. I was there to bear witness when Miss Hazel and Regis took Grenada to the Olympics. Then Grenada bought champagne when Miss Jennifer Houston became Miss World in her sweet campaign. Then we have Maurice Bishop, the man lift the country up. Up to now we can't stop call his name. Now you see in Calypso, we have Black Wizard and Ajamo, Mighty Sparrow and Valentino. Even some politicians like Kit Mitchell and George Brison, we have to make sure their name live on. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary my little country. Now won't you join with me and sing this melody? We celebrating 50. Let us live in unity.
And a special good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'm here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. Of course, we'd like to say a special good night to all of you joining us via the various mediums. Those of you joining us via Sister Isle FM 92.9, We Noise Radio 94.9 out there in Brooklyn. The YouTube squad, a special good night to you. Folks, if you're listening on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to the page. Remember to hit the like button. Yeah, I can't see the number going up by the 100 every few minutes there, and only 13 likes. Hit the like button, man. Yeah.
Since 74, and it's like she don't really go nowhere.
Also, remember to share the live. Yeah, you could click share and share it via your WhatsApp and so on if you're using your phone. Yeah, once you click the share button on YouTube, you could share it via your WhatsApp to whoever, you know. Share it to your group, share it to your friends, share it to your family members, your WhatsApp chats and so on. Yeah, share the thing.
Just to issue a simple message. Exercise some restraint.
And folks, it is a Wednesday night, so you know the phone lines are open from the beginning. So phone lines are open 440-7377.
She's not yet in a prime. She's only 15.
Today, the 24th day of January 2024.
Relax and take it easy.
Yeah, 1 year, let me see, no, 19 months, right? Okay, 19 months and a day. Yeah, that is how long it has been so far, yeah?
Hey, stop that old man that's in a lot of trouble. Financially, they are unstable. So before you criticize her, please consider.
Good night to you, Zayla. Good night to you, Azalea. Good night to you, Zoe. Good night to you, Neela and Namara. Good night to all of you. It's now 9 minutes after 8. It's bedtime in a short while. School in the morning. It's a nice rainy night in some areas. So yeah, you got to get to bed a little earlier.
Give her some time. She's not yet in a prime. She's only 15.
Good night to you, Sheldon, out there in Brooklyn.
Some time.
Sandra Pascal, good night to you. Lydia Isaac, Wendy Telesford, Ashma Charles, Amanda, Jeremiah, Yolan Pariak, good night to you. Shirley and James, I see you there on the YouTube. Jesse Sherry, what's up, Jesse? Good night to you. Alban Harris, Jacket Man, good night to you, bro. I know the thing rough, Jacket Man. Roland Sylvester, Teresa Joseph, Kathleen Knight, Brian Joseph, good night, bro. Esther Frederick, Matthew Bowen, good night to you, bro. Eliza Bernard, Kenny Buckmeyer, Sky, Cindy Thomas, Janice Mitchell, Faithlyn Halley Douglas, Gosville, Dolores Redhead, Stephanie John, you at the home circle, Adrian Watts, you and your beautiful wife, Christine Otley, Dominic Antoine, Michelle Alexander, Good Life, Clive Raymond, Alan Jones, Lona Lolo Williams, Alan Jones and Michelle, good night. Right, Velma Pascal, Carl Jones, Elsie Peters, Claude Abraham, Maria Noel, Cynthia Bartholomew, Jackie Raymond, Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, Kathleen Ledlow, Public Notice, Errol Bonaparte, Faithlyn Halley Douglas. Good night to you. Agnes Henry. Yeah, Alban. Good night to you, Alban Harris. Vanessa Lalji, Baby Daddy, Phyllis Mitchell. Good night to all of you joining us on the YouTube. Lucy Queen, my St. Lucian people in the house. I wonder if that is Grosley. Lucy Queen, which part of St. Lucia you're from? You're from Soufre? You're from, which part you're from? Laborie? Which part in St. Lucia you're from? I think it's Grosley. Yeah, you may be from further down. Dennery? Which part you're from? Hillary Joseph, Jerome Lewis, Henry Shaitan, Oswald Belfon, Bernardine John, Marilyn Panchu, good night to you. Let me see who's on the Facebook quickly. Yeah, let me just check the Facebook quickly. I'm seeing Hayden Batiste, and I'm saying that I had a problem with Facebook earlier. Facebook is giving a problem these days. So, folks, if you are not yet subscribed to the YouTube page, do so. Yeah? Go to the YouTube page, subscribe to it, and next to that, when you subscribe, the subscribe button, there's a button there like a bell. You have to click on that so you get notifications when we go live. All right, so you need to do that. So as I said, I was having a problem with Facebook earlier, so we got on kind of late on Facebook. So Nurse Maguire, Gillian Prescott, let me see who else is there. Sherms Houston, Lucy King, let me see, I see you there. Dennis Fabio, Hayden Batiste, Louisa, Charmaine, Winnie, Joan Lele, Chrissy, I see you there dancing, girl. Yeah, Jill, Etta Batiste. And yeah, so yeah, because as I said, we started late with the YouTube tonight because we were having a problem getting online. No, it's not from studio. Facebook, sorry. Facebook is having an issue these days. Every now and again, we're having a problem to sign in and get on and so on. No, we have not been hacked, but it's been having a little problem. So yeah, we need to, if you're not getting on Facebook, just saying that for all of you that usually tune in on Facebook, anytime you're not getting on Facebook, go over to the YouTube and you should get on there. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Brother Sheldon.
Hey, good night, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay, Brother Sheldon.
Okay, go right ahead. You're live.
Brother Sheldon, today I want to speak about the policies of both NMP and NDC. The difference between the policy and the policy that will benefit the poor people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pittman. Brother Sheldon, when you look at the policies of NMP policies is to help the most needy people that need help. And while they are helping the people, the most needy people, the poor people of the country, it also is a benefit for the business people in the country. Right? The people live better under NMP or any governance because they make sure that the spending power is great, so they could help the family with a better living standard, and more money will be pumping in the country. Right? More money will be pumping in the country. But when you look at the policies of NDC policies always there is to help the business person, help the businessman. So while the businessman pocket will be getting fat, right? Because they want to see NDC in government to help the pocket and get more money. While giving them more money, what they will do, the business people will do, the workers that I may work with them, you may encourage them to vote for the party, for the NDC, so that more money can come into the pocket. So while they encouraging the workers to vote for them, vote for the party, what will happen there? The people, the workers who vote for them, and they are marked and they are NMP. This government will, when they come in, they will get rid of the poor people, and even some of the people that support them, they will get rid of them. While they get rid of them, the question now, when they are home, what are the business people doing to help them? When they encourage them to vote for the party, to put more money in the pocket, and for the loss of the poor people job. So I'm calling upon the poor people of the country. Yes, they could say to vote. Yes, they are making an argument. Yes, but when the election call and you go behind a vaccine, they don't know who you vote for. They don't know who you vote for. So you see, no, you have to think about the government that will put more money in your pocket. Right? Put more money in your pocket as a poor person. Right? Because the poor person, they know the government that put in more money in your pocket. While NDC always give them less and less money and give more money to the rich people of the country. And while the rich people get money by the Sheldon, they're not looking back for the poor to help the poor man. Right? And Brother Sheldon, again, I'm just talking about the independent, the 50th anniversary of our independence. Brother Sheldon, I want to say again to the government, no, we are like to say unity is strength. Let us come in one. Well, I always say coming in one, you have to treat people as everyone should be treated as human being. He should be treated as human being. And only how then coming together could take place. When you see people as human beings, don't see some as human beings and some like nobody. Because we are all greater, we are all created by God. Right? And we are all created to live a life that is pleasing and is right to everyone. And I call upon the government to do better. Do better and reach out and help the people that really need it. Help the people that really need it. And Brother Sheldon, the last thing I want to talk about, Understand some of the road maintenance, someone receive money to the so some contractor receive, some contractor don't get. You tell them that those who don't get, they say in process. They processing the money some will get. So some get, some don't get. So, but actually, that's my thing.
All right, thank you so very much, my brother. And folks, remember the phone number 440-7377 347-329-3101. And I know you all saw the artwork that we had up earlier for tonight's program. Yeah, in fact, if you didn't see it, let me see if I could find the artwork. What the artwork day? Yeah, I know some of you see the artwork that we had up earlier for tonight's program. Yeah, truth, lies, and everything in between. You understand? Yeah, we are the lie meter. We are the lie meter in place. You understand? So we had to go over some of the lies tonight. You understand? Nice, beautiful. We've got a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night, caller. You're live. Hello. Okay, this person is obviously listening in the background. Hello. Hello. Okay, this caller. Caller, you need to listen to the phone line. You're listening the radio to hear when I'm answering. That can't work. That can't work. All right? Yeah, that one can't work. So, you call me on the phone, listen for me on the phone. You ain't call me on the device that you're listening to the program on there. It may be the first time that you're calling a program. So let me explain. Now, when we do the program here, it's done via the internet. So the signal takes a time before you hear what is being said. Right? So you need to pay attention to the phone line when you call. We want to hear what you have to say. We are interested in what you have to say. And we are awaiting your call back. Because you got through, but you were listening to what we were saying on the computer or whatever you're listening on. So you need to listen on the phone line. Let's try again. Hello, good night.
Right?
Hello,
So
good night.
you need to pay attention to the phone line when you call.
Hello, good night.
You have to say. We are interested in.
All right. They're hearing me saying it, and they still have the phone up, not listening. We love you still. Try again. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Hi, good night, caller. How are you?
I just wanted to say that Miss Sinclair, why did she have to unveil something today, and she's not part of Parliament?
Well, we recognize that since the announcements of the cabinet, she has been most front and center. In fact, when they were taking the picture of the new government, she was sitting there, even though she held no government portfolio. And even afterwards, we recognize that she has been carrying out some duties that a parliamentarian should be carrying out. The Prime Minister and his team would have to answer as to why that is taking place. You're absolutely correct, ma'am. They would have to answer to that. Yeah. Yes, caller. So they would have to answer to that because the caller is correct. Several instances, and it started with the swearing-in ceremony. At the end of the swearing-in ceremony, when they were taking the group picture now, the folks in that picture, when a new government is being sworn in, the only people sitting there are the people who have been sworn into the new cabinet. That's supposed to be the only people that are sitting there. Nobody else. Yeah? Especially someone who lost, and lost as bad as she lost, and was not placed into the Senate or didn't go into the Senate or anything like that. They need to ensure that they come clean on what is taking place there. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
And people who have been sworn into the
Hi.
Hello. Good night. Good night.
Good night, caller. Yes. So listen. Hold on. Before you proceed, lower the volume in the background because
can I make my contribution now?
Okay. Right. You lower the volume in the back. Go right ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes. You go ahead, caller.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
I've seen Grenadian get a slap in the face today. They go quite in Grenville, in Dunfermline, and unfold a plaque of E.M. Gary, the father of independence. They say they unveil it around his home in Dunfermline. That placard was unveiled Monday on the 7th in Queen's Park. That this is Independence Day. So why in unveiling a plaque today with E.M. Gary, the two Thomas woman being there, and the Andrew guy? I mean, why is the Prime Minister? He doesn't want to be around Gary. And I think it's time. I don't know. I'm so vexed right now that I cannot say anything more. I'm speechless to see what's the way this government treating our heroes and the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I'm devastated by what's going on. Thank you.
All right, caller. And folks, I did grasp the news. I did see the news. In fact, if you're those of you that are viewing right now, you would see the ceremony was going on. Let me speed forward a little bit and think because you see unveiling and so on was taking place today. All right, so I don't know, because at the last minute they just want to invite the NNP people to be able to say that they invite the NNP people. So last minute they just come to invite NNP people to say we invite NNP people to this activity and so on. So I don't know if they did in fact invite the MPs and at what time. Because for instance, remember for the pinning ceremony, it was on the Saturday kind of thing, and an indirect method that they used to inform the members of the opposition. Right? So I don't know if they went through the proper procedure now to ensure that they got the people who should be there, who should have been there, the MPs for the area and that kind of thing. Let me see if we could find what the thing look like, man. Yeah, we want to see. We want to see what the thing look like. Yeah, pull it off. Let me see what the thing look like. Right? Nice. So they a little billboard, man. Yeah, they have bigger billboard and that with other things. But anyway, right? So they have unveiled this this billboard in Dunfermline. I think that looks like Sam's in the background. So all you're kind of in the wrong area there already. If all you know all you're doing, all you're done in the wrong area already. Yeah, all you have to go up the road a little bit. Well, you're afraid to go by Sister Kate, officer. Go up the road a little bit. That is where Gary from. Go up the road by where Sister Kate office is. If all you don't know where Gary office was, Gary house was, I could tell all you. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. 347-329-3101. That's the number for those of you out there in North America, either in Canada or here in Grenada, that would like to call. Let me say a special good night to my good friends Patricia and Matthew. Hope all you getting enough mango. Hope all you getting enough pawpaw and melon and all kind of thing, right? Nice. If all you ain't getting all you know. Yeah, all you know how to link, you know. Right this down in the I thought it was me. A special good night to you, Matthew. And a special good night to you, Patty. Nice. I hope you all are having a wonderful night tonight. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to tonight's program. Yeah, call the number, man. In about 4 minutes, we're going on to we have to go through some lies and things that have been told in the last 19 months and 1 day. Yeah? Because yesterday made it 19 months, innit? Yeah. We've got a caller. Let me just stop this in the background. We've got a caller online. Good night. Hello. Hi, good night, caller.
Hello.
Hi, good night. Yes, caller. You're live. Go right ahead. You're live on air.
I ain't hearing you, boy. I'm hearing you very, very low.
I'm not sure why that is so, but you go right ahead. You're live, though. In case you're hearing me, you are live. Go ahead. Caller, you're live. You go ahead. Okay, they dropped off. Yeah. So caller, I was hearing you pretty loud and okay. I'm not sure why you were hearing. I'm hearing me pretty low. So I'm not sure why that was the case. So let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hello?
Hi, good night.
Apparently the phone getting some problem, man.
Oh no, but
Mr. Scott.
we're hearing you.
Good night. How you doing?
I know that voice. My love, how you doing?
You have to know the voice, man.
You go right ahead.
I did.
Yes. What is
I
the
hardly
latest?
hearing you though, so I just called to say hello and hi.
But let me ask you a question.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm hearing you. So let me ask you a question.
It can have going off and on.
Oh, so I'm not sure why that is happening. I've been having some problems with the board of late, so I'm not sure why that is happening.
Kind of off and on like a seesaw.
Oh boy. But you go right ahead. Just go right
there?
ahead. Yeah, I'm here. You go right ahead. Hello?
I don't know what is the problem.
Oh dear. I don't
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you very clear, and I'm sure the listeners are hearing you very clear. But there seems to be a problem between our connection.
It's sounding like a seesaw though. Anyway, yeah, your boy went fighting this morning and he ended up back in the hospital.
Oh dear. Oh no. That's bad.
I don't know what's going on.
So give me a rundown. Exactly what took place in relation to my good friend Turkey. What took place? Tell the Grenadian people what took place. You know the situation. Tell us.
Let me see if I could call back because I hardly hearing you.
Okay, all right. Folks, I'm not sure what is up with my phone lines tonight, but that's the second person that's having that problem. And I am not sure why that problem is occurring. So you see me peeping the board and all kind of thing. Yeah, trying to figure out, but what going on here? Yeah, I can't understand what is going on with me tonight and with the listeners. So I am not sure. Well, the board has made its days to where this thing is. It's over 10 years old. So the board making days already. So I am not too sure why we are having that problem. But caller, either you can call back or you can also try to call us on WhatsApp. Maybe we may not have that problem on WhatsApp. I'm not sure. So try to give us a call over there if you are hearing me. Or if you're hearing me, you can call and just proceed because we were hearing you okay. And I'm pretty sure the general public is hearing me. And they most likely were hearing you okay, even if you're not hearing me. So you can just call and give us a rundown. Right? Call and give us, yes, I'm getting the messages now. They're hearing you loud and clear. They are hearing me loud and clear. So just in case you're hearing me now, call and give us a rundown on what is taking place with my good friend Turkey. Yeah? Call and let us know. You are very, very well aware of the situation and we want to know what is taking place with him. I have gotten information, my friends, about Miss Jacob, yeah, that she is no longer at the home. She's with a relative. I'm not at liberty to say which relative and where, but I have heard from reliable sources that she is out of the home and she is with a relative. Yeah, nice. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. And callers, if you call, I'm sure you're hearing me now. If you call and you're not hearing me, just proceed. Once you realize I've answered, you all just proceed. Just go ahead and make your contribution, okay? Yeah, just go ahead and make your contribution. So 440-7377. Give us a call. Let me see if in the interim I can find out what's up with the phone lines here.
Good night, Sheldon Scott.
Good night, sir. Yes, you go right ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, just go ahead, caller. Just go ahead.
Hello.
Caller, we're hearing you. You
Good
just
night,
go
good
ahead.
night, Sharon Scott.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I stay shoulder to Miss Kami on the bus to me and shoulder to Shocky. Hello?
Just proceed, caller. Just go
Hello?
ahead. Oh boy. Callers, when you call, because we seem to have a problem with the board tonight, we can't have the usual back and forth. So when you call, just go ahead. Make your presentation. Just go ahead. Yeah? Right. So we have a caller online. Caller, go right ahead. Yes, hello? Caller, go right
Make a
ahead.
try back, my brother.
Yeah, you go right ahead because there's a problem here that...
How are you doing?
I am good. So you go right ahead. I was just
All right, well, I'm going
asking
to
you.
speak because I'm going.
Yeah.
Toki went back this morning in the hospital to do dialysis, but the sugar went low while he on the machine. So they sent him down on the water. Yeah, because when he called me this afternoon, he told me he in the hospital because the sugar went low. So
Oh boy.
that's it so far. But
that's sad.
thank God for everything still. You see, where there is a will, there must be a way.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
I want to say I'm not hearing you, but I just speaking from,
Mm-hmm.
for what I know so far.
Oh boy. So well,
So,
keep
he
us
tell me,
updated.
guess they might only keep him from Friday night, he say. He don't, not too sure, but that is what he was telling me this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But he holding on there.
Okay.
He's hanging in.
Well, let us know. You're hearing me here, or you're not hearing me? You're hearing me a bit? Caller, you hearing me a bit? Okay, they're not hearing me. But
Mm-hmm. I hear a little something now.
Yeah. Now saying if there's an account
Well,
or so, let us know.
He was in the hospital. He spent Christmas down there. He spent New Year's. And the Friday after New Year's, he called me and he tell me he not feeling too good today at all. Well, I really didn't have the mind to go in St. George's, but I end up preparing so fast and I run down. I say, "Boy, you make me heart leap, But when I reach the heart and bring him upstairs for dialysis, and then he say, the son bring a letter for him in the hospital, and he say they call him from the ministry and said they have a letter for him. So the son went for it, bring it up in the hospital for the father, and he read it for the father, but the father tell me he really thought it was a postcard. He said, being as Christmas just go, they know he not well, so he say no, it's a little postcard they send for him as a little, congratulations or whatsoever it is, Christmas greetings or whatever. More than until when the son read out the whole thing, he get to realize, well, a letter to go home. And it's not easy in that condition, in that state, to be in the hospital like that and receive a letter, something like this. I thank God he didn't really take it and to trigger him off. But still, God is in control.
My goodness, my goodness.
So,
yes, that's our good friend Turkey, as we call him in St. David.
Eh?
No, I said it, I was just letting folks know it's our good friend Turkey. For those in St. David who do know him, Wayne or Turkey.
Turkey is my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew, that's my brother's son.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right, caller. I'm trying to sort this.
My brother's son.
Okay.
So it's my nice, loving nephew.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
So that is so far because anyway.
Okay.
I will talk to you about something. I won't say it now.
Okay. Well, you know how to find me too.
So that's
all right.
it, my dear brother.
Okay.
So far.
Good. All right. Love you.
But
you stay
he
good.
might spend the night in the hospital tonight.
Okay. Ah, boy. All
so
right.
you take care.
All right.
Okay.
What I would want to find out, and caller, you know to find me otherwise than on air. If there is an account that is set up to assist, because we know the cost of dialysis and he's in a serious situation, especially if he goes up and they have to keep him and so on, and there are other issues. So we know the cost of dialysis. So if we know you get an account number that we know is attached to him, that even if people want to put a little 10 or 5 or 10, whatever it is that could help towards the dialysis. We've done it for folks here before. And for a man like Turkey, and for those of you, I will say this story a million times if I have to say it. Election morning 2013, he had on a green boots at the St. Dominic's RC school when himself and Kelvin Alexis, they were moving as a team, bringing people to vote on election day in 2013. I was voting at St. Dominic's RC. I'm not saying anything that I hear, that I see for myself. He was told by the officers there that he was lifting people, bringing down elderly people, differently abled people, and so on. So they were bringing people to come and vote. He was told by the officers there that he could not enter the facility with a green boots on, because he had on the shoes, this green shoes in his foot, and he know about the colors on election day and the rules and so on. And that Turkey take the boots and he fling it. Yeah, he throw it at the side. And he said, all you ain't stopping me here today. Nothing go stop me here today. And he went for the rest of the day barefoot, making sure that he go and he pick up people different parts that had to vote at that polling station and other polling stations and get them to vote. That is the dedication of the individual that we're speaking about right now. And there are certain individuals since election day, since election day, they have been going to him, or when they see him, they're telling him that the contract that he has for cleaning the playing field down there in Laura, that they're going to take the contract from him. It have a certain NDC operative in that area that every time he see Turkey, he had something to say. How come you had a contract still and that we had to take that contract from you? What are you doing with that contract? As if Turkey, neighbor string him bury here in Grenada and he ain't born here. And even if he ain't born here, but his parents born here, he's still a Grenadian. And if his grandparents or great-grandparents born here, we still claiming him. But he's a born Grenadian with his neighbor string bury here. Yeah? So to treat an individual like that, and then to wait until they are at their lowest, when they are in hospital, they has been hospitalized for over 20-something days. They are hospitalized and they're in hospital. And you from there send a letter to them to tell them that you're taking the contract from them. And remember, it is not Turkey himself alone that was dealing with the contract. He had guys working along with him. So they cannot say that the work was not done. They cannot say that the work was not done satisfactorily. They cannot claim that. If they say that, they lie. Yeah? So the work was being done and it was being done properly. So even though he physically could not go, he had guys that were working along with him. And the little bit that he would have left over after he pays those guys and get his equipment and his gas and so on for making sure that they cut the playing field, that is what he would use for his medicine and so to keep himself alive. So when you remove a man's source of income that he's using to keep himself alive, you're basically killing him. And that is what was done to him. That you lie down in your hospital, the man could have go into shock. You lie down on your hospital bed, you get a card and you thinking the card is in relation to, well, okay, I'm getting this card and this card is probably a get well card or it's Christmas. They probably send in a Christmas card. You know, the ministers generally send out Christmas cards, the MPs send out Christmas cards and so on. At least they used to. You know, things modernized now. Some people just sending a message. So he probably think is that, as he said, they said, that's what he said, thinking is a Christmas card or something, only to see a letter that they pull the contract from you and understanding that that contract is the same thing that you're using to stay alive. But we understand, you know, these people have no heart. The symbol is on their shirt, not inside. These people have no care and concern for others. Their care and concern is for themselves. That's why they could double their salary and intend to increase it further again. That is why they could talk unity but do everything that is against unity. That is why they can operate the way that they are operating. That is why they can say the things they say and not care, and do the things that they do and not care, because they are heartless. Time for them to change the symbol. Seriously. There's no love within that organization. There is no care and concern for others and for people. Yeah? No care and concern for others. These people just do not care. Yeah? They don't. So understand that. If they can do this to this individual, 19 months as of yesterday, they've been in office. And from day one, they've been threatening Turkey to go take the contract from him. You know much other people that take contract for one thing, but they mean they're taking it from him now. Not because of non-performance, but because of politics. So they mean they ain't care if he dead. They don't care if he dead. Yeah, and let me see the likes on the YouTube go up. Yes, I agree with you, my good friend Jocelyn. Let me see the likes on the YouTube going up. We have to fix that. Increase the likes on the YouTube. They know. Right now. Everybody, just increase the likes on the YouTube. Right now. Click the likes. I want close to 200. Let's hit the likes. They don't care about people. Again, if you know this man's sole source of income is what he is using to stay alive. Not that you don't know that he is a kidney patient in a serious condition. Not that you don't know that outside of the kidney he has other medical issues. Because the kidneys have caused other medical issues, I'm not at liberty to say what they are. He didn't give me a message to carry, nor did anybody else give me a message to carry. But he has other medical issues. And you know that when you remove that income from him, he can't buy the medication and he can't do the treatment to stay alive. But all you ain't care. As far as all you're concerned, let our NNP dead. That is all you're thinking of it. So folks, that's why I will call on all of you. Those of you that can support him, support him. It may sound small. You might think it's nothing. You might think it's at $5. You might think it's at $10. Support him. And I also know that the Women's Arm of St. David, they are doing a barbecue soon. I can't remember the date. I'll get the date. They are doing a barbecue soon. So support it. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Okay, I hear you better now, partner.
Yeah, well, you just go ahead with your presentation. Go right ahead.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, I wonder what going on in Grenada. We have some people that get relics during the election. They're playing like if them is MP. Unveiling plaque, going in school and pin up and badge on people. What the hell going on in this country? Eh? They don't even study in Gary. They want to play this stuff. They go on and unveil things about Gary. They don't even begin up the man. The man is the father of independence. They don't begin up the man. They want to play the unveiling plaque. Why they don't go there? All of these old wicked criminal people and them, why they don't come out there? Or they take a whole contract from a man and sending a man in the grave. All of this kind of wickedness thing. What happened to all that? It's time I don't like this government at all. This government need to come out of it. They need to go. They need to move. Grenadians, get up and get. Let we vote out this government. Get register. Let we vote out these wicked people. They don't have heart. The heart they have is not inside the body. It's on a shot. They're playing things. For me, I celebrated my independence, but not under this government. This government too wicked. Sheldon, you have a good night. They're wicked bad.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much. Yes, indeed. So I just messaged my techie day because you gotta check the board day for me. Understand? Yeah, you gotta check the board day for me. Yeah, you gotta check the board for me. Yeah, so yeah, check my techie day to make sure you know how to lean and talk here and ting and come back. So callers, remember when you call, just go right ahead. Just go right ahead. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Mr. Scott, good night. Good night, sir.
Good night. You go right ahead.
Me,
yeah, I'm hearing you clearly. You go ahead.
That's good. You know, I'm calling from Victoria. Today I was driving up, and right before when you enter Victoria, is a beautiful sign that says, one people, something like that, one people, one destiny. It's a really, really nice sign. But I drive up a little in the midway of Victoria, and there is a hotel that was bought by the new National Party under Dr. Modest. That hotel is renovated, everything, new roofing, beautiful. The only thing left for it to do was to be painted. Well, you know that fateful 23rd of June, we lost everything. And that hotel is just there. Now, the objective here of the hotel was to use downstairs to train people, young ladies, how to make things. I don't know, whatever it was, guava jelly or whatever it is. And the upper part would have been used to run as a hotel to make money so we could still support the program that was being done downstairs. That now is almost like 2 years. That's been like that. It's been there, just leave it like that. And it's close to the sea, and you know the sea has a lot of effect on buildings. But that reminds me, so, of the daycare center. About 2008, Dr. Morris was doing this thing. And again, we went out of power about 2013, something like that. And you know, they spent 4.5 years there, and they never touched that building. And now, that building is proving so important to us. People could now leave their children there and go to work. The top part of it is a resource center. And I just wonder, when you say one people, one destiny, why are we behaving like that? I don't understand why. I mean, what are we hoping to gain? You ignore some of the things that NNP tried to do, and you're still preaching one people, one destiny. I just don't understand it, sir. So Sheldon, have a really, really good night, sir. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. 440-7377, 347-329-3101. Yeah, it's heartless. And I'll get an account number. So those of you that are willing to help donate towards this kidney patient, that you all will be able to get the assistance to them. I also know, and remember, this thing is taking place in the constituency of the Prime Minister, you know. Not just any constituency, you know. What is taking place there is taking place in the constituency of the Prime Minister. So he can't say he don't know what's taking place there. Other than that, what he doing there? He can't say that he does not know of what is taking place there. And his people that he have close on them like a mother fowl when they have them little chicken and them there, yes. His people are the ones that have been threatening Turkey all this time. But we know they've taken security contracts from various people and they give their people the contracts. All right, okay, right. You win, you take out who was there, you find these people may have supported NNP, you take them out, you put in your people, all right and good. But you see, this one, according to one of the listeners who has messaged it, this is like murder in the first degree. Because you know that there is only one possible outcome to the action that you have taken. And the only outcome to the action that you have taken is the demise of the individual if they are unable to meet their commitment to try and stay alive. Yeah? That is what you have done. So again, the St. David's Women's Arm of the New National Party, they are having a barbecue in support of him. And apart from that, we will get an account number. No, not me. No, not me. We will get an account number that you all will be able to assist him directly. Yeah, we'll get an account number, whether it's an account number in whichever bank or credit union or wherever, that you all will be able to assist him directly. As little as it is, whether it's 5, whether it's 10, whether it's 20, if you could do more, all the better. At least that he would be able to go and get his treatment and get his medication. Because it's not just the dialysis. You have other medication that you have to be taking. Your diet has to be specific. Because sometimes we focus on the dialysis and think that's it. No, the dialysis is one thing. Then there's a specific diet that excludes certain things, but means certain means of preparation and so on, leaching and all of that when you're speaking of people with kidney problems. And then on top of that, yeah, you have medication that the individual has to be taking outside of the dialysis. So there's quite a bit of need. So those of you that can help, we will get the account number. If possible, we will give, if we get one tonight, we give you tonight. Once we verify, we would be able to do it tonight. If not, tomorrow night. And I think it's better if we get our account number, we just verify it's the correct account number and do that tomorrow night. All right. Folks, 440-7377. Remember, if you call and you're not hearing once you realize I've answered, if you're not hearing me clearly, you just proceed with your presentation. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Na, 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 na. Whoa. Dr. Rod, turn it up for Grenada.
Yes, my good friend Devon. The diet is very important in a situation like this, yeah?
Some call you a little baby.
So, folks, I want to get into the lies because I may have to, I may have to leave slightly earlier than I planned. Just about 10 minutes. I've got to take 10 minutes at the end, right? But, there are several lies. And let me go over some lies of the National Democratic Congress. We're going over some lies. We know that they lie. We're going over some lies of the National Democratic Congress tonight. In no particular order, we're just going over some lies. So one of the lies that they had was that they will make workers permanent as soon as coming into office. That's one of the lies that they gave, isn't it? Yeah, they announced that they will make workers permanent as soon as they came to office. I wonder if I have something for that one day. Let me see if I could find a little video and thing there for that one. I wonder if I have a little thing there. Let me see what I have there for that.
Employment. An NDC government will put an end to contract workers in the public service as soon as it takes office. There is no need for a parallel public service in Grenada. All workers will be given permanent status. This will allow these workers to enjoy the same benefits that a current public servant now enjoy. We will also ensure that all workers benefit from pension and gratuity.
So, folks, is that the case right now? Because they didn't say that we're going to do that 19 months after coming into office. No, they did not. They said that they're going to do that as soon as coming to office. I don't know if they're still as soon.
Employment. An NDC government will put an end to contract workers in the public service as soon as it takes office. There is no need for a parallel public service in Grenada. All workers will be given permanent status. This will allow these workers to enjoy the same benefits that a current public servant now enjoy. We will also ensure that all workers benefit from pension and gratuity once and for all.
Right. So, folks, let me know if that is a lie or if it's truth. Because right now, we realize that we're hearing the teachers' union, although the president of the teachers' union is very adept at making excuses on behalf of this administration. Things that he would have taken the teachers and be marching from the Karani James Stadium over to Lagoon Road for. Under this administration, all he's saying is he blaming the public servants for it. Yeah, we have a caller online. Hello, good night. Caller, go right ahead. You're live.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, caller. You go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I just want to inform the caller also saying that he ain't hearing himself, but I hear him loud and clear, and I think everything working perfect.
Okay. All right, caller.
I don't know the reason why he...
No, the board, there's a problem with my mixer. Yeah.
Yeah, listen to the program. I don't have much right now. I'm still listening, so have a good night.
Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah, I am having a problem and have been having over the past couple of weeks some problems with my mixer. As I said, I think he make days too. So we have to look at replacing the mixer pretty soon. Yeah. So we're speaking of lies. So, I mean, tell us, is that a truth or is that a lie? Because we have to ask ourselves, because I think the lie detector telling us which one that is. Lie. Because they came into office, they make sure they nice up themselves, yeah? And they have not made sure that all the workers, this is their promise, that all workers would benefit from what they said, gratuity and all these things. And them, yeah, and think they didn't make sure of that. But they said they would do that as soon as coming into office. Yeah? So I know if they mean as soon as going into office, as in physically walking into the office, and they just forget to say they mean sometime in 2025. Yeah? But as far as we're concerned, that is a lie. Nice? So let's look at another one. Let me see if we could find another one here. Right? They said contract work is illegal. Yeah? They said contract work is illegal. I think I have an audio somewhere for that one. I wonder if I have an audio for that one. Let me see if I could find an audio at least for that particular issue. Let me see. Yeah. Right. I think I have an audio for it. I'm just making sure. Does not seem as though that one is playing. You know, the board again, you know. Yeah, the board again. Right. But we've heard the Prime Minister make the statement on more than one occasions that contract work is illegal. The same government that on coming in has given loads of contract to friends, even relatives. Let me say it again. Relatives, friends, party supporters. They have made sure contract work, lap and cut. They have given it all around. The same people that were saying contract work is illegal. Yeah? They said all Imani would be made permanent. That's the next lie again. Because we know the situation with the people under the Imani program right now. They're still under the program. And in fact, now you're hearing problems because many of them did not receive the promised increase. And now the story has started to change because now you're hearing that the increase only for those in the public service after they came out and said, well, we give an increase and so on, you know. Now you're hearing the increase is only for those who are in the public service, not for those who are in the private sector. And then you're hearing the increase is not 500 for every Imani, but an increase up to 500 to bring all Imanis up to 1,200. And even some of the Imanis that qualify in that sense have not yet received their increase. I see the Minister of Finance blaming the public workers because right now, again, the civil servants are the ones being blamed. So I listened to the president of the Grenada Union of Teachers on a press conference last week. And all he was doing, I don't know if he's working for GIS or something, but to me, it seems as all he was doing, because he gets some pressure from the executive of the Grenada Union of Teachers, that he had no other choice but to come out and speak. Because they're not happy with a lot of what is taking place. So he come out and speak, but while he's speaking, he continually is trying to defend the National Democratic Congress. Oh, they are the ones that do this first, and they are the ones that do that first, and the government is... What kind of trade union leader does be out there saying the government trying, and the government this, and the government that, and every time you open your mouth, you're high in praise of the government? You're not a trade unionist, you're a political ape. That is what you are. Because you're not there fighting on behalf of your constituents. When you continually make excuses for the government and say, the government want to, you know, but it has some civil servant blocking, and the government want to, you know, but it has some people in pulling their weight, the government want to, you know. I expect to hear that from a government minister like I heard it from the Minister of Finance this week. But from somebody who claims to be a trade unionist, you're not a trade unionist. But anyhow, the Prime Minister said, and I have the video there, but it's sort of mixed, so I can't play it now. But he said he never said he would make everyone permanent in 12 months. But we've been able to prove. My good friend, send both of them to me, please. Yeah, my friend is listening and they know who they know. Send both of them to me. Yeah? So the Prime Minister said that he would make everybody permanent in 12 months, and then they come back and saying that he never said that. But we have him on tape saying that, right? They said local government would be introduced in Carriacou and Petit Martinique in 1 year after coming to office. It's 19 months now. Yeah? It's 19 months now. But they said that local government, it reminds me of a promise that was made by the 2008 NDC, the same thing. That within 1 year, in that case they said within 100 days. That was the 2008 manifesto of the National Democratic Congress. They made the campaign promise that within 100 days they would ensure that there is local government enshrined in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. This government, this NDC, the updated NDC 2.0, right, they have said that they're going to have local government in Carriacou and Petit Martinique within 1 year. That was a campaign promise. We ain't see that. We ain't see head nor tail of that. Right? So again, another lie. They said that a cabinet conclusion exists where the NNP made the decision to steal money. They say it have a cabinet conclusion saying that, and they've been called to present the cabinet conclusion. The same way they present cabinet conclusion the other day in relation to other issues, but they seem to forget that since 2022, in 2024 now, since November of 2022, when that statement was made by the current sitting Prime Minister, he has been called out on it and told to present the cabinet conclusion that states the claim that he is making, because he said that a cabinet conclusion exists with that. We still waiting to see the cabinet conclusion. Like they can't conclude the cabinet conclusion, so we can't see it. They said the National Democratic Congress will build 500 houses a year. So right now, I think we're getting close to where we're supposed to have had 1,000 houses built, isn't it? If they say they're going to build 500 houses a year, in 2022, we ain't see none. In 2023, we don't see none. The only houses we see in is the ones that the New National Party got through the Chinese government after the last NDC gave it up, that the NNP came in and got back, and that were built. Those in Carriacou were distributed, and then we heard the story. We had Senator Cox on with us last night. Yeah? So we heard the story of what is taking place with those houses and what has taken place with those houses and so. Because right now, the only people that seem like they're spending a night in those locations is the security guards. And maybe a two stray dog when they're passing through. That's the only animals that are spending any time. There's some human beings who are securing the place and some dogs who may be passing through. That's the only people occupying those places right now. Places that they could have given out long before, and that they said that they wanted people into by Christmas. Christmas is long gone, although still seeing some lights in different places and things, but we could talk about lights another night. Yeah. So, as it is right now, that is a lie. No 500 houses have been built a year. And in fact, they have started to call back on that lie and start to say now 500 houses a term. So instead of the 500 houses a year, which would have meant roughly 2,500 houses during the full term, the full 5-year cycle. And by this time, you'd have at least had to have at least 750 already completed and distributed and so on. Now they're trying to say that it's 500 over a 5-year period. Yeah, so Project 500, yeah, we will talk about that too. So, seed beneficiaries, remember, at the end of 2022, when certain people stand up in Parliament and they say seed beneficiaries would receive $150, I wonder if we had that one, that they would receive $150, and then we heard what happened with those people right after. Yeah? We heard what happened with those people right after when they went around this time. Well, around this time. They went to get the seed payment last year, only to realize, Papa Mwe, yeah, the seed payment was minus the 150. That is what they did. So that again was a lie, because it was stated in December of 2022 that would continue. And I know I have it here somewhere. Yeah? I know I have it here somewhere. So I'm just trying to pull it up as I'm talking. Right? So they made that promise that the 150 would continue. And next thing we know, what does it say? Bidding bang.
My government has decided to continue the vertical expansion of seed program, which was scheduled to end in December of this year.
That again was a second lie to the first lie, because it was not scheduled to end at that point in time. That's a blatant lie.
This therefore means that family will continue to receive the additional $150 per household. Madam.
So yeah, so we found out that again was a lie. That was a lie. And they can't say that we're not speaking the truth. because there are literally thousands of people out there who were directly affected by what took place. Yeah? So they promised the seed beneficiaries at the end of 2022 that they would continue the 150 payment, which they did not do. In fact, the new National Party and you, the Talking Points family, all of us, and people like Mr. Pierre and so on, had to call on them on a daily basis between January last year right down to December to get them to return the payment, and they still have not returned it to all categories of seed. They've returned it only to the smallest portions and left the majority of seed beneficiaries out of the loop, just to be able to say that they increased the seed payment. So they look at the smallest categories as seed recipients and they gave the increase to them. But the others, who are the majority, they did not receive the increase. Yeah, and will not receive the increase. Somebody called me this morning and they were telling me, well, look, they went to collect their seed payment and they didn't see the increase. I said, well, what's your age? And when they gave me their age, I said, well, no, you're not 65 and over. If you were 65, you would get the increase. But they said only 65 and over, only people who are differently able, disabled and so on, are judged to be disabled, or shut-ins like bedridden and so on, and mentally ill persons. Those are the only categories, and you don't seem to fit into any of those. So while you may be over 60, you're not yet 65, so they have not given you the payment. Yeah, and the person 63, they need it, but they did not get it. Right? We heard that Molyneux Road would be completed by January. We hear that talk. Remember, Molyneux Road was supposed to have been completed by January. We were supposed to be passing day and all kind of thing. You understand? They came out and they said, well, the Molyneux Road would be completed by January, and a lot of people were very happy to hear that. Yeah? A lot of people were very happy to hear that.
So we are aiming to complete the project in Molyneux in January coming. It costs a little more, but we think it's all for the better good.
Yeah, we were supposed to have the Molyneux project completed. Yeah, we were supposed to have the Molyneux completed. When we have to have it completed? I know, maybe it's January 2025 they meant to say. We giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they wanted to say January 2025. Let me see.
So we are aiming to complete the project in Molyneux in January coming. It costs a little more, but we think it's all for the better good of the project and the road.
All right. So the project is will be completed in January and that kind of thing. It will cost a little more because Ole went and do what Ole was not supposed to have done. Ole went and did the thing Ole not supposed to have done on the project, and that is how the thing end up in the way that he end up and them kind of thing. All right? Nice. Right. So that is what took place there. Nice. Let me see what other lie. Because we're going over lies. There's a lot of lies, you know. Yeah, the list long. I might have to take about 3 nights on that. We might have to take, yeah? So let me see. We're going down the road. Right. Remember when they announced October 19th as a holiday? Then they come back and say, well, no, that was a mistake. October 19th is not a holiday. Then they come back and they bring October 19th as a holiday. So, I mean, that had to be a lie. When they had big announcement on October 19th, on the 4th, that October 19th henceforth will be a holiday. Then you had government coming and wheel that back and say, no, that is not true. So they admitted it was a lie. Yeah? And then afterwards, they take the lie and they try to make it into truth. So that one kind of mix up. All right? Yeah. So October 19th is a holiday, then not a holiday, then it's a holiday again. Police officers would receive their pay and grade. Police officers, all your pay and grade. Because remember, they were supposed to give police officers pay and grade. So I want to know if the police officers get a pay and grade. Nice? We want to know if the police officers get the pay and grade, because we hear police officers supposed to get pay and grade and them kind of thing. Right? Nice, right? But we realize. So police officers, is it a lie or is it the truth? Only message me. Yes, send a message. Look at thing here. Send it directly. Send the message and thing. Let me know if I get all the pay and grade. Because I remember the Ernst & Young report was kind of too thick to email, it seems. So it disappeared, then they get it and then they pass it on. And then we hear they are having discussions Meanwhile, they double their salary, but they ain't talking about all your own with the pay and grade. Nice. All right. Yeah, they'll give all you look at 4% and think they while they take a 65%. But they ain't talking pay and grade with all you. Right? But they promised on the campaign, they promised you all pay and grade. Right? As we on police officers, remember, Commissioner Martin was supposed to be so sick that he couldn't carry on as Commissioner of Police. That is what we were told. Yeah? That Commissioner Martin was leaving on good terms, but that he is ill, so he cannot continue on the job as the Commissioner of Police for Grenada. And then they tried to pull him in thing and thank him so much for his service and so. But the same Commissioner Martin is now working up the islands as a Commissioner of Police in another territory. The same person who we were told is too ill to carry on as Commissioner of Police here. So that is not a lie? That is a lie. Yeah? We were told quite recently that Grenada, our Grenada, according to how some of our friends pronounce our name, we were told that our Grenada would not sign the Samoa Agreement. That a lot of discussions had to take place in relation to the Samoa Agreement and thing before that agreement is signed. Yeah? So we were told that they would not sign the Samoa Agreement. Yeah, we were told that, Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, Prime Minister Nakita Wells with WPG 10. The recently signed Samoa Agreement came under some fire from a Trinidad Archbishop who claims that signatories of the agreement would have to implement, LGBTQ and, sorry, I lost the question, I'm coming back. Yes, so let me go. So he said that they would have to impose abortion legislation and transgender and LGBTQ comprehensive education. Can you shed some light on that for us, please? Thank you.
Well, first I'll ask the Minister for Foreign Affairs, I think, to address where Grenada is in relation to that agreement, and then I can share my general comments on, I think, the Archbishop's comments.
Sure.
Good. So thus far, Grenada and a number of other CARICOM and some other countries in the Pacific and African region of the OACPS have not yet signed. Trinidad and Tobago has not yet signed. I do not believe that Jamaica has signed at this moment. So there's a window for countries to sign. And I don't believe that, well, Grenada for sure, we are not willing to surrender our sovereignty to any international organization. And if there is any part of any proposed agreement that is inconsistent with our Constitution and with our values, we'll think very long and hard before entering into any such agreement.
Oh, folks, just remember at the point in time that the Minister of Foreign Affairs was speaking there, the agreement was signed already, yeah? Yeah, that they say they wouldn't sign until, right, nice.
I don't know if you still need to get my view.
You can, if you so desire.
Well, I think, whether it's international agreements or not, morality and values, to a large extent, defined by the culture of any particular country or any particular region. And so, questions about, certainly the questions raised by the comments of the Archbishop, I think, are always good. They're questions for debate. The questions about what leadership involves or it doesn't involve. But I always want to say, first and foremost, morality is a private issue. That's one. We have to bear that in mind. Two, certainly in the context of the region, we've had separation of church and state a long time ago. And three, from a public perspective, the government deals with law and what's legal or what's not legal. And so we have to be careful that we do not blur the line between private morality and law. And I certainly think from our perspective, the morality of other countries is not something that should be imposed on the morality of other countries. Nor, in my view, should it be tied to aid, because it essentially means other countries are trying to impose either their morality or their public policy on other countries by tying it to aid. So that's not, philosophically, that's not something we support. Our approach is if a country intends to engage in, whether it's grant funding, aid funding, or loans with us, those are commercial matters. And from our perspective, it is commercial terms that should govern them. If you attempt to impose what I would call morality issues into them, then I think certainly from our perspective, we view the two as separate, and it is not likely that this government will simply sign because we...
Yeah, this government will not simply sign because this government had already simply signed, right? So that was a lie. All right, nice. Folks, and you could still call, 440-7377, just if you're not hearing me properly. Just once you realize I've answered, you just go ahead. All right? So, yeah, we're going down. The list long, I tell you might have to do more than one night on lies alone. All right? So, Grenada will not sign the Samoa agreement until further discussion. That was a lie. All right? They said the houses in Carriacou were wrongly distributed. We're still looking for the proof of that. Yeah? We're still looking for the proof that the houses in Carriacou were wrongly distributed. Because remember, who was the Minister of Housing at the point in time? And remember which cabinet they're sitting in right now. Yeah, not the cabinet in the kitchen or so. Yeah, they're sitting in that cabinet they're sitting right. Yes, that's Mr. Deacon Mitchell's cabinet. That is the one that they're sitting in right now. Right? But they said that what was done there was wrong and blah, blah, blah. All right? They say medication is available at all health facilities. Remember they were telling us that. And while they're telling us that, people calling all radio programs to say that they went and they couldn't get this, they couldn't get bandage, they had problem to get blood pressure medication. You had situation that people had to leave the countryside to come down to town to collect a prescription, to go to a local pharmacy to buy the medication for their family members that were at the general hospital. And they can't say we lie, it's the truth. And they know it's the truth, but they lie. Remember coming up to the carnival season when the then Minister of Health, I don't know whether put him in youth for to go and finish youth the same way you finish health. The then Minister of Health said that all of the health facilities around Grenada were well stocked and everything, and they had enough medication and everything there for any situation. And then after you hear people start to call, Edua this, Edua that, Edua the other one, they went and they couldn't get this medication, the relative at the hospital. In fact, we had one caller that related a situation where there was a family outside of Grenada who had a relative that was hospitalized here. And that family had to contact a Grenadian to go and get medication and so on, bring for the individual, and then try to get the individual stabilized to get them out of the country. Meanwhile, we had people that were lying, and they actually went to Parliament and lied and said it's just about 6 different sets of medication that were missing. And that again was a lie. That again was a serious lie. Yeah? So, they said there's no shortage of medication. Medication is available at all the health facilities and so. They claim that the NNP didn't pay the OECS Pharmaceutical Fund, and that's why it didn't have medication. You realize the story changed now to other countries ain't paying but Grenada pay. And that is why you can't get the medication. The story has changed now. But when we were speaking about the fact that there was no medication, these were the same people that were saying there's no medication because NNP didn't pay. Yeah? Only to find out after that the NNP government of Grenada had the best record in the OECS in relation to paying the pharmaceutical fund. Bar none. We wasn't second to anybody. We have a caller. Go right ahead, caller.
Yes, good night. So listen, what you said, that statement you made about medication, that is a lie. That they lying, the government lying. Because I am involved in an organization who needs medication on a constant basis, and we cannot get it. We have to go to the private pharmacies. Thank you.
All right, my dear. And again, that is what they've said. They've said that medication is readily available, that it's there. Yeah, they say we don't have any medication problems again. But you go and tell that to the people that are sitting in the general hospital right now, who family member, late in the evening, after 2 and 3, getting a message that they have to leave St. Patrick, take a bus, come down, get down to town, come up to the general hospital, collect a prescription, run and see if they could find a pharmacy open in time to get the medication, bring it back up to the general hospital, then leave and come down again to try and get a bus going up the West Coast. And you know what's going on the West Coast, especially with rain falling on the evening times. I feel it for the people there when you're passing after 6, 7 months so on, and you realize a bunch of people stand up there, they can't get transportation. But some of these people is people who come and drop medication and so for relatives in the hospital, and people that come out from work and so on, students that come out from school, other people that came to do other business and so on. It took them long in town and they down, and then they have that problem to get up going on the west coast, passing through the Molyneux Road that, remember, was supposed to be done by now. It's January, right? Nice, right. So they said there's no shortage of medication. They claimed NNP didn't pay the OECS Pharmaceutical Fund. Again, the new National Party administration had the best record, undeniable, for paying into the OECS Pharmaceutical Fund. Better than any other island. Yeah. They said the NDC is responsible for the good IMF ratings. So the IMF ratings for 2022 were based on the economic performance of Grenada in 2022 at a point in time that they were carrying out a new National Party budget with new National Party measures. Right? So the rating was based on the policies and the procedures of the new National Party. Even though they took office at around the mid-year point, they had to continue along with the budget that the new National Party had in place, although they made some changes to it, which is probably why they did not get a higher rating than they could have gotten. So they are not responsible for the good IMF ratings. Yeah? It is still the afterglow of the economic fiscal management of a new National Party government that they are enjoying. Yeah? And then they say people vex with them because they get a good IMF rating in December or so on. The same people who told you don't study IMF rating and so IMF just listening to what government had to say. But we played that for you before. Right? Remember, I didn't say big dogs, I say big boys. Yeah, that wasn't a lie. They say I didn't say big dogs, I said big boys. Yeah, wasn't dogs I say. Was boys. I wonder if I had that one, boy. I wonder if I had big dogs and not big boys. I ain't sure I had that one. And I didn't say big dogs, I said big boys. Yeah? Lie again. Totally unnecessary. And I mean, it's that was at a point in time. You have to remember that we're into the 2020s right now. There's video, there's audio, there are digital footprints that you cannot erase. So when you lie like that, it's obvious somebody gonna just go and get what you said and play it back, and you'll hear, I didn't say big dogs, I said big boys, and when you play it back, you're hearing the saying big dogs. But anyway, they didn't say big dogs, they said big boys. I mentioned the Chinese houses before, where they said the successful applicants would move in by Christmas into these houses. That was a lie, that didn't happen. They said there would be no victimization under an NDC government. Well, somebody find my partner Turkey and tell him that the present Prime Minister and the NDC campaign that they carried out in 2022 said that there would be no victimization under an NDC administration, that they come to stamp out victimization, and that would not happen under an NDC administration. Tell that to all the people that lost their security contracts. Tell that to all the people that have been kicked out of the Imani program. Tell that to all the people that have been fired in Carriacou for nothing but their political belief. Because if you're firing somebody because you saw them wearing an NNP t-shirt and they were out there with NNP, and you still have people working within the ministry who had on their yellow t-shirts during the NDC campaign, going from bow to stern along with you, but they're in the public service, then you're nothing more than a hypocrite and a liar when you say there's no victimization taking place under the NDC administration. Tell that to the many people who have been sent home. Tell that to the people who have been dragged before the Public Service Commission for nothing. For nothing. But a thought that they may be supportive of the new National Party, or that they have friends who are members of the new National Party. Like if it is a crime and a criminal offense in this country to be a friend with somebody who is in the new National Party. So what, they're supposed to treat people who in the NNP like if everybody had COVID and this is 2020? They're supposed to treat, you remember how people used to treat people when they have COVID? If we hear a village have COVID, boss don't even want to run there. Then boss man saying we don't go in there. How fast we forget, because it's going on 4 years. But if you did only hear it have COVID in an area, you ain't want to go there. Them boss man say, nah, I ain't running, I ain't going up there now, boy, that COVID up there, me taking chance. So like they want the people to treat the members of the NNP like if it's 2020 and you hear that they are COVID. So you're staying far from them. Yeah? So you tell me if it's a lie or if it's the truth that victimization taking place in this country. They said they would not victimize. Did they lie or did they say the truth? Speak to the people in the public service who have been shifted for no other reason but they believe that they are supporters of the new National Party. Sometimes they wasn't even wearing an NNP t-shirt, but they see them at a rally stand up listening, which every single Grenadian, regardless of where you work, has the right, constitutional right to do. But you hear it at an NNP meeting in the village, and some NDC person go and tell you, well, that one they stand up in the meeting, they're listening and clapping. That is their constitutional right, but they have been victimized simply because of that. So we all know that it was a blatant, bold-faced lie when the NDC said that they would not victimize people. They claim that the NNP that lost the money for the Western Main Road, NNP leave office on the 23rd of June. The money for the Western Main Road was there. The NNP had people that was competent and capable enough to sit with the British government and discuss the issue of the Western Main Road and ensure that the funds that the NNP negotiated, that the NNP secured, that those funds were retained for Grenada. So you think that the British government doesn't know that they had COVID-19 between 2020 and 2021 and even into 2022, where you had your partial curfews and all these things taking place and your restrictions that you could not carry out a project during that period of time, so that your implementation rate on all different projects would be behind where they're supposed to be. The British government know that. But if you send stupid people to go and discuss, and they go there, these people and them go take them, twist them, turn them, because at the end of the day, they really don't want to give any money to anybody else. Because the present British administration has taken an insular approach that they have to spend their money on themselves and not spend it in far-flung places, like the Dave Cameron administration had decided that they wanted to do. Yeah? So that is a fact that it was not lost by the NNP, it was lost by the NDC administration. And it was lost to their own inefficiency and incapability to go and discuss at a high level with the people who had that funding to keep the funding. The people realized they got fish head to suck, man, they lick it and all. Right? Well, we know they were supposed to purchase 2 planes. I'm still looking for them plane and them. Yeah? I'm still looking for them plane and them. They were supposed to purchase 2 planes. We ain't seen them plane yet. I see the go and they get some AI and do up a plane and see that Grenada plane and thing. But that is, that plane, try and fly in it, now book a flight. Yeah, they say they're getting 2 planes, then they said they can't do that again. Well, next lie. Yeah. Let me tell you a big lie here. And we have to come back to it because they're glad when we're not speaking about these things. It is a lie when it is said that settling the Kawana Bay court case is in the best interest of Grenada and that Grenada is only going to pay, what they said, 22 million? That Grenada is only going to pay 22 million US. So how could it be in the best interest of Grenada if you've got to pay 22 million US to an organization you could have beat in court because you had all the evidence, you had the right away, you could beat them in court, but instead of going to court and defending the people of Grenada, you had a committee set up of people who were involved with the same organization that bringing people to court, sitting on a committee to make a decision whether or not Grenada should proceed with the case, whether Grenada should defend the case or just accept liability and pay. And they came to the decision that they would pay. Remember, somebody working with the same organization that bring Grenada to court is on the CBI board of directors. So they had an employee, the same people that get the money, have an employee that is a member of the CBI board. So when they told you that settling the Kawana Bay court case is in the best interest of Grenada, they lie. It might be in the best interest of the NDC because we have heard rumors out there. Yes, I'm repeating a rumor Because after you see things like this, you have to wonder that it was the people, the plaintiff in that case. We heard that they are the ones that funded the National Democratic Congress campaign of 2022. And remember, the then political leader, now Prime Minister of the National Democratic Congress, said that they had no problem accepting money from people under the Citizenship by Investment program. Yeah? So the company that paid 19 million EC towards the project here in Grenada got 22 million US to go, and Grenada is left holding the bag for at least 56 million US more to pay off the people who have invested into the project. And these people trying to tell you that that was in the best interest of Grenada. You pay 22 million already, and you definitely will have to pay over 56 million. But they're telling you that that was in the best interest of Grenada. Again, it might be in the best interest of the National Democratic Congress, but it's not in the best interest of all Grenadians. And that's a fact, right? So they said they're not paying, they are paying taxes on the new salary increases. But as far as I know, you do not pay taxes. Yeah, you do not pay taxes on the money that you get through Parliament, the 5,000 there. As far as I know, they're not supposed to be paying taxes on that. I'm trying to remember what they call it again. But there's a particular term that they call that. My good friend, I know you're listening. There's a particular term that they call that. So they can't say that they're paying taxes on it, because as far as I know, you're not supposed to pay taxes on, what they call it again. It's not a salary. They don't call it a salary. There's another name that they use for it. But at the end of the day, it's a salary, right? Yeah. So they said that. They said there's a National Security Council. So gunshots, liquor, a cappella from Jan and Glade the other day. Gunshots, liquor, a cappella from on the Carriacou the other day. Yeah? Old Year's night into New Year's. You would have swear you was in Baghdad when Bush was invading. Kakak, pow, tatak, pow, boom. And you think it was fireworks? No. Gunshot, liquor, a cappella. Yeah? All kind of gun crimes last year. So they're setting up a National Security Council. My fellow Grenadians, have you heard a single word again, considering some of what we've seen taking place? Have you heard a single word again about any National Security Council? Or was that yet another lie? Yeah? I'm still waiting to hear more about National Security Council and that kind of thing. Remember, folks, now I must find this one. I must find this one, man. Let me pull up this one on the system here, man. Yeah, I have to pull up this one on the system, yeah. I can't let this thing. I can't let this one go so. Right? You remember when they said this one, boy? Let me pull up that. Come on, thing. Open that, man. You're getting on. You're getting on like NDC there, man. You can't do us that.
Empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good? And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people. And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late.
I think he forget to say that, he forget to include the part that he mean he wouldn't pay his own salary late. So, because I'm pretty sure that none of them are getting their salary late. But speak to fellas like Roger, who build the drain and thing there, and still is the box drain. Is a drain they build, Roger? I see what Roger they build there, but yeah, I think it's the box drain. Still waiting on the money and them kind of thing, but they ain't paying late. Yeah? Talk to the people and them who under the money and thing and them other programs who still waiting on the money, the Bushes and so on, that waiting on the money. But remember, they know how to run country and they wouldn't pay salaries late. Let me hear them.
Worry your head too much about about empty treasury. Empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good? And we know what to do to find money, to look after the needs of our people. And as I have the mic, let me say, as we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary late and we know how to run a country.
Well, public workers, you could tell me if that was a lie or if that is the truth. we papa. No, we're talking about lies tonight. And they cannot tell us that we lying on them by saying they're lying. All of that is lie. Yeah? We heard last night about the situation with the traffic lights because you have some of them out there saying basically they are the ones that do the traffic lights and like they bring in the traffic lights and everything after they come in and they are the ones that get that done. No, it happened in spite of and not because of the National Democratic Congress. Yeah? The same way that you're seeing lights in different parts of the south of the island going up on the playing fields and so, that is not happening because of the MP. That is happening in spite of the MP because that was put in train by none other than Senator the Honorable Norland Cox. Yeah, whether it's Springs or whether you're speaking about Mont Rouge or you're speaking of the work that's going on in the Limes or Montou, that was Senator the Honorable Norland Cox. So what you're seeing there is happening in spite, I ain't going Latin tonight, we speak in English. It's happening in spite of and not because of the MP. So all of them who want to say that them that doing that, they lie. Yeah? They say the NDC that got the Fort project, the project that's taking place on Fort George and so them that getting it done and that kind of... Yeah, you're getting it done. It's happening in spite of and not because of you. And if you intend to give the impression to the Grenadian people that this is happening because of you, you lie. All right? We're just saying it as it is. Right? Nice. Well, I just spoke about the Limes playing field. Yeah, that is a lie. We know that is Honorable Norland Cox that got that project. And the people in the Limes know. The people know it's Calypso. The people in the Limes and so them guys and them, the ladies and them, they know it's Senator Cox that get that done. The All Imani would receive a $500 increase. That was a lie again. As we said earlier, some get 5, some get 4, some get 3, some get 2, some get 1, some get none. And a large amount get none. All right? So that was another lie. Seed beneficiaries would receive an additional 200. We realized that was a lie. Because not all seed beneficiaries, but a small microcosm of the seed beneficiaries are the ones that receive the $200 increase, and not all of the people under that program. And I just speed up because I only have like about 5 minutes remaining. Folks, remember to like and share the thing. Nice. You see, I tell you, we go run out of time. We can't complete all the lies tonight. Nice. They say that a minister was removed from cabinet because he go in and study. All that we know, that is a lie. That's a lie. If it's that's a bold-faced lie. They watch us and we eyeball and lie for us. So all that we know, that is a lie. Yeah? That you take out, you fire him. Just say you fire him. You kick him out. You run him. His name is Ron, so you run him. Yeah? That is all you run redhead. That is what they're doing. Deacon run redhead. I didn't think I like that before, but that's what happened. Deacon run redhead. He kick him out. He fire him. He go in and study. Study my foot. As if people can't study online and all kind of. But you yourself say it's online, you know. Yeah, you said it online and thing. These are the people that said they would immediately legalize cannabis. Remember, they were jumping up and down and talking about legalize it, you know. Yeah, every time you hear them, it's like they're like Peter Tosh, they know, legalize it. That is the same people. Is it legalized yet? Well, we realize the Prime Minister was posing with it. But then on Friday night, we spoke about the many psychosocial problems that are being created through cannabis, and the need that even if you're heading the route of legalization, that you have to put mechanisms in place to protect the Grenadian population, especially our youth, who may run into psychological problems and social problems due to cannabis, that you have to put in place specific measures to deal with that. But when you're telling people like that, this thing, they're the ones that were saying that they're going and legalize and all this sort of thing. And folks, I'm not going to go further into it. It have a lot more, you know. Imagine how much we talk about there already. It have a lot more. Is lie upon lie upon. There's about 30-something lie I get there already. I tell you, yeah, about 30-something lie I get from them there. That they make 30-something lie. Right? So that is why we say tonight, we're looking at lies and truth. Yeah? We're looking at, Hannah, behave yourself. We're looking at lies and truth. Somebody asking what about them swimming pool in their house. Yeah, did it say, if you want house with swimming pool and backyard, you're getting that. Yeah, well, people still looking for the house with the swimming pool right now. They can't even buy a plastic pool because they don't have the house. All right? Yeah, so there's a lot of things. Okay, folks, before I run off, as I said, I've got to run off a little earlier than normal tonight. You know how it goes sometimes. The St. David's NNP Women's Arm, they'll be having a breakfast sale on Saturday, the 3rd of February. So they're having that breakfast sale on Saturday, the 3rd of February. It starts at 6 a.m. at the party office at La Sagesse. And all of the funds from that are going to help the dialysis patient Turkey. Right, so they're asking everybody to come on out and help. All right, yeah, come on, buy breakfast, buy help and that kind of thing. All right, and when only have a lunch on 6 a.m., I wonder if I could make that one, but I go try. All right, yeah, so folks, we're going to get an account number. We will try to get an account number, and when we get, yeah, we'll get an account number that you all will be able to, if you want to donate something and you want to help, you'll be able to help. So we'll get an account number so that you can do that, yeah? So folks, that is all the time we have tonight for Talking Points. I'm sorry to cut it short with you all tonight, but as I said, you all know how the thing does go sometimes. We just have to take it a little early sometimes, all right? But in everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. We go continue a bit on this tomorrow night. We have something else to discuss. There's a major issue. It's something that kind of bothering me. And you know anything bothering me sometimes, I just lose my temper and thing. I'll try to keep my temper in place. But there's something that I want to speak about tomorrow night. We're going to speak about one or two things, but about 8:30, I'm going to get into it deeply tomorrow night that we need to discuss. Yeah? I'm not gonna hint at what it is, but we're going to discuss an issue that, especially around now at Independence time, it bothering me. I have a problem with it, man. It bothering me. So folks, that's all the time we have tonight for Talking Points. And everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. Love each and every one of you.
Looking back 5 decades ago, it's really not that long. Before you blink, it's the next 5 more, just so 1 century done. 'Cause time does fly and people change, nothing is ever sure. But if one thing we can all agree, Grenada was here before. It was about 2 million years ago. Grenada came from a volcano, and tribal people lived on this land. Then the French and the British came, but Gary had a different aim, to ask the Queen to free us up from England. Happy 50 golden years. The past was risky, with guns and tears, but you never break Grenada. You face your fears, and together Odds were against us, in trials we went through. Revolution, Janet and Ivan, now the Corona too. We always bounce back stronger, resilience in we blood. Never settle for any stranger who tried to claim we mud. Mr. Columbus said he spot the land and tried to name it Conception, but that name could never ever stand. Then the French and the British came and left us with a better name. Grenada was the most suitable name option.